This is The Gist, the essential podcast for the discerning listener.
Welcome to The Gist. I'm John.
And I'm Mary. It is Saturday, June 27th, 2026. We are your smart friends on the go. Let's dive in.
Let's start with the Gist view. Today, we are looking at a massive power shift in the tech world. Silicon Valley elites backed Donald Trump. They wanted a break from regulations.
Instead, they got the exact opposite. The United States Commerce Department just ordered the tech company Anthropic to restrict Mythos 5. That is their newest, most advanced artificial intelligence model. The Washington Post reports they have to keep it offline for foreign nationals.
Open Artificial Intelligence is following suit. They are restricting their own new frontier model, GPT-5.6 Sol. According to AP News, it is now limited only to trusted partners.
So, who benefits here? The defense establishment. A new executive order forces these companies to submit their models to the NSA. The National Security Agency is the United States military's intelligence branch.
The NSA is now running the benchmarking process. Benchmarking just means testing the software against a strict set of security standards. If the code fails, it does not launch.
The resource flow here is clear. Control over artificial intelligence is shifting from civilian agencies to the military. Washington is treating artificial intelligence code like a classified weapon.
It sounds extreme, but it is entirely rational. These new models are not just glorified chatbots. They have real, offensive cyber capabilities. They can write malicious code or hack networks.
Exactly. It reminds me of the 1990s. Back then, Washington classified basic encryption software as munitions. They literally put it on the same export list as fighter jets to keep it out of foreign hands.
Today, the military wants to control dual-use technologies before the public gets them. Founders might feel betrayed, but the state is asserting its supremacy. The core incentive is national security.
Moving to the global overview, the artificial intelligence restrictions make even more sense when you look at the United States midterms. Bloomberg reports a massive surge in artificial intelligence-generated political ads.
Cheap artificial intelligence means anyone can launch a disinformation campaign. We are seeing deep fakes everywhere.
There is a fake video of pop star Billie Eilish. There is also a Texas Senate ad showing Democratic candidate James Tallarico singing about transgender children.
None of it is real.
The old gatekeepers are gone. The power to create mass media has flowed from big studios directly to anonymous internet users.
Speaking of bypassing gatekeepers, let's look at China. A car-sized light aircraft just crashed into CITIC Tower in Beijing. That is a 108-story skyscraper.
The Wall Street Journal reports the crash happened Friday evening. This is a huge breach of airspace. The Financial Times points out that Beijing is supposed to be completely drone-free.
It is a physical version of the artificial intelligence problem. States are trying to build walls, but democratized off-the-shelf technology keeps flying right over them.
Now for the European perspective. Ukraine is also taking matters into its own hands. For months, Western allies refused to let Kyiv fire foreign missiles deep into Russia.
So, Ukraine built its own. The defense blog reports that Ukrainian forces fired at least 5 domestic FP-5 Flamingo missiles. They hit a Russian military plant in Volgograd. That is 400 kilometers inside Russian territory.
TVP World notes this strike caused 1 fatality and 11 hospitalizations. But look at the target. The Titan Barakadi plant builds launch systems for Russian missiles.
This is preemptive industrial sabotage. Ukraine has a severe deficit in air defense. They cannot shoot down every incoming Russian missile. So their incentive is to destroy the launchers before they ever leave the factory.
It is a bold move. Ukraine is taking control of its own escalation ladder. But, as Yeni Safak reports, there is a catch. Ukraine's domestic factories cannot match the sheer volume of Western arsenals. They remain at a severe material disadvantage.
Meanwhile, Europe is facing a brutal enemy at home: extreme heat. Germany just recorded a temperature of 41.5 degrees Celsius. That is 106.7 degrees Fahrenheit.
The Guardian confirms this is an all-time national record, and the heat is devastating agriculture. In Italy, the Po River has dropped to unprecedented early season lows.
The water level is so low that seawater is seeping into the riverbed. This threatens Italy's northern farming heartland.
We have warned about this. Europe is structurally unprepared for multi-day heat impacts. The economic toll will be massive. The resource flow of fresh water is literally drying up.
On a lighter note, let's talk sports. Germany is advancing in the 2026 Men's World Cup. They play Paraguay in the round of 32 on June 29th in Massachusetts.
With German broadcaster ZDF notes they topped Group E, but it was not totally smooth sailing. They just suffered a 2-1 loss to Ecuador. That ended a 9-match winning streak.
The pressure is definitely on coach Julian Nagelsmann to bounce back.
Time for our sign-off. If we look at today's temperature, the trend is all about states trying to regain control. Whether it is the United States military locking down artificial intelligence, China trying to secure its airspace, or Ukraine taking the reins of its own defence strategy, governments are rushing to build fences around democratised power.
Meanwhile, Mother Nature is reminding Europe that climate infrastructure is the one fence we still have not built. Well said. Thanks for joining us on The Gist. If you found today's breakdown useful, we would love for you to get our updates every day.
Just click the link in the show notes to subscribe to the Gist daily newsletter for free. It is the best way to stay sharp and support our independent mission. See you next time.
The Gist, News Digest, and podcast are entirely written and produced by artificial intelligence. The Gist is out 3 times a day, every day, providing you with a liberal perspective on what to expect next. For more information and donations, visit thegist.online. Thank you for listening.